Hi everyone, I'm Alina. For as long as I can remember, I've wanted to make a difference, and that's why I became a social worker. I'm 40 now, and I've dedicated my life to helping kids who have been dealt a rough hand. My husband James has been my partner in everything for 15 years. We've shared laughter, struggles, quiet dinners, and big dreams, but there's always been a quiet ache in our home. We couldn't have children of our own, and after years of silently mourning that loss, we finally decided to open our hearts through adoption. That's when Mia came into our lives. She was 14, a girl who had seen too much in too short a time, bouncing from one foster home to another. Her history was complicated, her past painful, and I remember the night before she was supposed to move in. I turned to James, my heart thumping nervously. "Are we really ready for this?" I asked, doubt shaking my voice. He took my hand firmly in his and smiled with quiet confidence. "We've got this, Elena," he said. "We'll give her the family she deserves." The first few months were anything but smooth. Mia kept her distance, slammed doors, and mastered the silent treatment in ways that could make a grown adult feel invisible. But I refused to back down. One morning, with determination bubbling in my chest, I knocked on her door.
"Hey, Mia," I said carefully. "Want to go shopping?"
She stared at me as if I had lost my mind. "Why?" she asked, suspicion laced in her voice. "So you can pretend to be my mom?" I shook my head. "Nope. I just want to see your style, maybe even pick up a tip or two." Her lips twitched, and for the first time, a faint, hesitant smile appeared. It was nothing dramatic, just a tiny step, but to me, it felt like a crack in the wall between us. Slowly, painfully, I thought we were beginning to form a real family. But life has a way of testing you. James began spending longer hours at work, late nights that blurred into early mornings. One night, as he buried himself in his phone, I asked, "Another late night?" He barely looked up. "Big project, honey. You understand." And I did, but it still stung. Thank goodness for Olivia, my best friend. She became my lifeline, my anchor in the storm. Over coffee one morning, she smiled at me warmly. "You're doing amazing with Mia. I can see her opening up to you." My chest swelled with pride. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Then came school. Mia was struggling, and my maternal instincts kicked into overdrive. At parent-teacher meetings, I became her advocate. "Mrs. Johnson, Mia has so much potential," I insisted to her English teacher. "She just needs extra support." Together, we crafted a plan, and for a moment, I felt hope bloom inside me. We were finding our rhythm. Mia's 15th birthday arrived. I threw her a party, balloons, cake, and laughter filling the house. As I snapped a photo of the two of us, I thought, this is it. We're finally a real family. I had no idea how quickly everything was about to unravel. It started with subtle changes. Mia grew quieter, more secretive. One afternoon, while folding laundry, a nagging unease gnawed at me. "Mia, honey, is everything okay?" I called gently, knocking on her door. "I'm fine. Can I get some privacy?" she snapped. I stepped back, but my eyes caught a crumpled piece of paper sticking out of her jeans pocket. Curiosity overpowered hesitation. I pulled it out, a detention slip for skipping class with someone named Zoe that night. I tried to speak with James. "I'm worried about Mia," I said quietly. He barely glanced up. "She's a teenager, Elena. This is normal. Can we talk later? I've got a big presentation tomorrow." Frustration bubbled inside me, but I let it go, knowing he was buried in work. The next day, I confronted Mia. "Big mistake. You went through my stuff. What's wrong with you?" she screamed. "I'm just trying to help," I replied, keeping my voice calm. "You don't need my help. You're not my real mom, remember?" Her words hit me like a knife. We argued, doors slammed, and a picture fell from the wall. That fight was just the calm before the storm. The next morning, the call came from Mia's school. My stomach sank as I listened to the principal. "Mrs. Harrison, we need you immediately. There's been an accusation." Sitting in the principal's office, the CPS worker explained that Mia had accused me of physical abuse. I was stunned. "This is absurd. I would never—" The worker's expression didn't change. "We must take all accusations seriously." Coming home, James waited, anger written all over his face. "How could you, Elena?" he demanded. "James, you know I'd never hurt Mia," I pleaded. "I think you should leave," he said, running his hands through his hair, Tears streamed down my face as I packed a bag. At the door, I glimpsed Mia at the top of the stairs. For a fleeting moment, I thought I saw regret, but it vanished, replaced by a cold stare. I ended up on Olivia's doorstep, a sobbing mess. She pulled me close. "Oh, honey, we'll figure this out, I promise." That night, lying on her couch, I couldn't sleep. One thought consumed me. How did everything fall apart so fast? And how on earth would I fix it? The next morning, my eyes puffy from tears, I faced reality. This was my life now, and I had to fight. Olivia and I devised a plan. "You can't let them destroy your life," she said, her voice firm. I nodded, determination growing inside me. My first step was hiring a private investigator. I scraped together what I had and found Marcus, a no-nonsense ex-cop known for uncovering the truth. "Tell me everything," he said, pen poised. I poured out Mia's troubled past, her recent behavior, and James's growing distance. Marcus frowned. "This doesn't add up. I've seen false accusations before. Let me dig into her background." While Marcus investigated, I did my own digging. I called Mia's former foster parents, heart pounding with each ring. "Elena, we remember Mia," one foster mom said, voice heavy. "Sweet girl. But she often made up stories when things didn't go her way." A pattern emerged. Mia had done this before Olivia and I gathered evidence, photos, texts, even a video from her birthday. "Look at this," she said, pointing to a video. "Does this look like abuse to you?" I shook my head, tears welling. Why would she do this? Then, an unexpected discovery. James's laptop left open while I picked up some clothes. Flirtatious emails from someone named Amber made my stomach churn. Anger surged and my hands shook. Just then Marcus called. "You won't believe this. Mia's been texting a girl named Zoe. Look at these messages." My jaw dropped. Zoe had coached Mia to lie about the abuse. Finally, a call from an unexpected source. Mia's therapist. "Mrs. Harrison, I'm breaking confidentiality because I'm concerned," she said. Mia admitted she made it up. She felt neglected by her father and thought this would make him pay attention. My heart shattered. In trying to get her father's attention, Mia had torn our family apart. Armed with evidence, I prepared a file for CPS. Organizing it, I felt both vindicated and sorrowful. I was about to clear my name, but at what cost? "You ready for this?" Olivia asked as we drove to the CPS office. I took a deep breath. "As ready as I'll ever be. It's time for the truth to come out." Walking into the CPS office felt like marching into battle. My hands trembled, but my voice stayed steady as I presented the evidence. "I understand this is a lot to take in," I said, watching the CPS worker's eyes widen as she flipped through the file. "But I hope this proves my innocence." Followed it was exhausting, but I held my ground. Finally, they agreed to evaluate the case the next day. I got a call I never expected it was. "James, Elena, we need Tata. Can you come home?" I steel myself as he walked. Through the front door, Mia waced there, her eyes red and swollen, crying. James looked like he hadn't slept in days. "Mia has something to say." James said, his voice cracking. Mia stepped forward, tears streaming down her face. "I am sorry," she sobbed. "I lied. You never hurt me. I wanted Dad to notice." Meth confession hit me like a ton off bricks. I wanted to be angry, to scream, but seeing her so broken all. I felt Wazik's Haustion. "Why didn't you just talk toes?" I asked, my voice weary. I tried Maya Creed, but Dad was always working, and yeah, not my real mom. I thought if A caused trouble, he finally pay attention. James hung his head in shame. "I've been a terrible father and husband." That's when I dropped my own bombshell, speaking off being a terrible husband. "Want to tell me about Amber?" His face went pale. "How did you?" "It doesn't matter." I cut him off. "What matters is that we're done. I'm filing for divorce." The next few weeks were all whirlwind. Mia was mandated to attend intensive therapy. James moved out as a fair expose at work, leaving his reputation in shambles. As for me, I focused on healing. I started a separate group for falsely accused parents. Turns out my story wasn't as unique as "I thought you're so strong," one woman told me after a meeting. "How did you get through it?" "I thought for a moment, one day at a time," I said, "and by remembering that their actions don't define me." 2 years flew by. I threw myself into my work, helping families navigate situations like mine. It wasn't easy, but it was fulfilling. One crisp fall, Morning, I was sorting through my mail when I saw a letter from Mia. My heart raced as I opened it. Dear Elena, I know it's been a long time and you probably hate me. I didn't blame you. What I did was unforgivable. I'm in college now studying psychology. I want to help people like me, people who make terrible mistakes. I'm so sorry for what I did to you. You deserve a bitter. I hope one day you can forgive me, love Mia. I sat there, letter in hand, tears rolling down my cheeks. Part of me wanted to reach out and say, forgave her, but another part, a stronger part, knew that some bridges can't be rebuilt. I folded the letter and put it away. Maybe someday I'd be ready to respond, but for now I was focused on my new life and my new purpose. I had survived the worst betrayal imaginable and come out stronger on the other side. As I headed out to my support group meeting, I smiled to myself. Life had thrown me one hell of a curveball, but I edged out of the park, and you know what, I was just getting started. Now as this story comes to an end, I have a question for you. If you were in my shoes, would you forgive Maya for her false accusation, or do you believe some betrayals are too severe to truly forgive? This is a tough one, isn't it? There's no easy answer. Share your thoughts in the comments below.